Happy Monday Money Talk. Hello, YouTube world, and welcome to another Monday Money Talk. And as usual, we'll just get right into it. Don't want to beat around the bush, don't want to talk too much about it. But what we're going to do today, after I show you the stock update, we will get right into, I had stated that I was going to show you guys the our budget tracker. That's what I was trying to get out. I was going to show you our budget tracker that we use. Just an example. It's not the actual one. I just put some numbers in there just to show you, so I can show you guys how it works. So with that, let's get started, and let me show you the J&J stock. Okay, so here we are with the stock tracker, and as of last week, it was at $146 per share, and as of this morning when I checked, it was at $148.96. I believe this is what it was this morning when it opened. I didn't update the tracker since then. Scroll over here. We still have, there we go. We still have 3 shares, just like last week. Now, let me go back here. As you can see, it went up. It went up. So what I'm going to do is this, so you can see this. I'm going to make a little formula to show you. Just every time I update it, it's going to show you. So it went up $2.96. The stock did. So each share went up $2.96, which, as you can see, is at $4.38. Now it's at $4.46. The annual dividend is still at $4.96. The next dividend payment is $1.24, just like last week. These rarely ever change. Quarterly payout is still at $3.72. The annual dividend yield, because the stock share went up to 3.33. Or I'm sorry, went down 3.33. And again, that is the share divided by the annual dividend. That's how you get that. This one is the next dividend payment times the quarter. So again, this is a quarterly dividend payout. So after 4 months, it'll be we'll get a dividend payment per share of not per share. We'll get a total payout for the 3 shares we have of $1.24. So again, let's move all the way down here. For me to maintain, or for me to get $159 per share quarterly payout, we would need 128 shares. So we need 125 more shares in order to get this quarterly payout, which then will buy a share of stock every quarter. So 4 times a year it would buy a share of stock. So if I never ever invest any more money into the stock, we would always get 4 shares, meaning if I don't take any money out of my pocket to invest, because this stock right now is at the dividends roll over back into the stock, and they call that a snowball effect, where it just keeps buying itself, keeps updating itself, and all that's good stuff. If I never take any money out of my personal checking account to put in here to buy shares, it will, at 128 shares, buy 4 stocks each year until I stop the dividend roll reinvestment, and have it pay out to me. Desired target quarterly payout for retirement. For this payment, for the $1,000 payment again, for this $1,000 payment, I need 806 shares. 806 shares in order to get a $1,000 quarterly payment, which would be $4,000 per year. Which some people, that's their, if their house is paid off, that's their yearly tax payment. They would never have to take money out of their retirement, out of their Social Security. They wouldn't have to take any of that money out, because this stock alone, if their yearly taxes are under $4,000, this stock would cover it. $4,000, that might be vacation money. That might be paying your light, gas, and your electric, gas, and water bills for the entire year. And this will carry over into that budget sheet that I want to show you. So Again, 806 shares is what the target is to get $1,000 every quarter payment. Now let's get into the budget stocks. Oh, before we get into the budget spreadsheet, I did want to share, I did pull this up. So as you can see, I also pulled this up. None of it changed. And I'm not going to keep showing this graph that's on the Charles Schwab because it doesn't make sense if it doesn't change. But I just want to pull up maybe every 2-3 months just to show you that it does stay the same. The previous dividend payment was $1.24. The previous date was June 4th. Previous X date was May 20th. Frequency quarterly, that's because it's a quarterly paying stock. The dividend rate is at 4.96, which it shows in our chart right here. And then the annual dividend, as you can see, is at 33.33, which is here. So it matches up the formula that I created. And again, the next dividend payment that they're stating will be another $1.24 if nothing major happens. So let's get over to the budget tracker. And for the budget tracker, so this budget tracker, I didn't create it. I was watching, again, Our Rich Journey. They had created something similar to this, probably the same thing. All I did was look at it. Since I'm very familiar with Excel spreadsheet, which this is on, all these sheets are on Excel spreadsheet. I recreated it to the format that I need for my family. You would have to create one to your family needs and match what we have. So real quick explanation. This expense summary right here, and these colors match the color of the spreadsheet over here. So as you can see, let me get it right like this. Green is this portion here. Gray is this portion here, and we'll read them later on. Yellow is that portion. And see, they're all color-coded. Orange. So that's what it shows. So let me explain this. Expense summary, as I keep saying that. This portion here, this green portion, is the pay yourself portion. This pay yourself portion, you want to hope that it stays, that it always has more, the percentage is always higher than any of these. Because if you have a pay yourself and it's higher than any of these, that means that you have money to use for vacations, whatever it may be. Actually, it shows that you have excess money that you could use for savings and such things of that nature. So let's move over here. And this just shows you a pie graph of how your spending goes. You're probably looking at this and like, what the heck is this? It's 22% of their income. Yes, it is. So here it is, take-home salary. Again, all these fake numbers, they're fake. I just threw something in here just to show you guys something. Take-home salary. I was saying both of us were bringing home $5,000 each per month, which gives us an annual take-home salary. And this is your net. It's not your, meaning after your taxes have been taken out of your check, all that stuff. This is the net. It's not your profit or your total. It's your net after taxes, which gives us $120,000. Last year, I was saying we were making the same thing. If you have rental properties like we do, I was saying the rental properties is bringing in some income, $2,000, $24,000 a year. I was just said it's the same thing. If you have a side hustle, you put the side hustle money in here. If you have passive income like dividends, you're living off some dividends, or you have a website out there where people are buying things and you don't have to really do nothing, like a t-shirt company or whatever. Books, you have books on Amazon. You put that in here as well, and it all adds up into your income. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first is the one I was telling you about. That's where you're tithing. Tithes to my family is investing in our family. So that's why it's pay yourself. We're tithing to God. We give our tithes. Yes, every month we give our tithes. Every paycheck we give 10%. Carryover funds. Carryover funds are like your emergency account. If anything happens, and for instance, you lose your job, or your wife, your significant other lose their jobs, this is what the carryover fund's for. Any emergency such as that, where you need money to hold you. And these emergency funds should be at least 6 months to 12 months. 6 months to a year. Personal allowance, we give ourselves out of this $250 each, and that's to be used for whatever we want to use. Retirement contributions, IRA, 401, whatever it may be, you add that in here. Health savings account, if you have a health savings account, that also goes in here. Life insurance, that also goes in here. Retirement contributions, again, that's the same thing as this one, but it's post-tax, meaning the 401, if your paycheck comes out to be a total of $1,000, $100 of that goes into your 401. Now they will tax $900. They don't tax $1,000, they'll tax the $900. Post-tax, if I get a paycheck for $1,000, they'll tax $1,000 and then they take the money out. That's the difference between pre and post. Brokerage account for stocks, bonds, CDs, whatever it is. If you invest $1,000 per month, that goes in here. Again, this pay yourself, this is to benefit you. That's what this whole section is right here. Household. This is to cover you for your living so you can live. It's not a payment to yourself. It's so you pay your bills. That's all what this is. Mortgage, insurance for your home. Because we have we're paying on our house, we have our insurance included into our mortgage payment. So that's why you don't see it here. If the house was paid off, this wouldn't be here, but this would be filled out. Home associations, if you live in a home association like we do, where you have to pay for common ground areas, you will put that here. Maintenance for your home, you put that here. Cable, Netflix. I'm not going to explain a lot of this stuff because you already know it. Your cell phone, your utilities, water, gas, electric. If you have a home security system, that goes here. If you have not a landline, but I consider VoIP, Voice over Internet Provider. That's what VoIP stands for. Voice over Internet Provider. Phone service, that goes here. If you pay a lawn and garden service that cuts your lawn or whatever, you would put that in here. We don't, because I do it. House trash removal. Yes, we have to pay for that. It's not included in our city taxes. So you would put that in here. Coming down to here, your food, your groceries, so you can eat. You put that in here. How much you plan on spending per month. Try not to go over that budget. Again, this is a budget tracker. This helps you budget your finances so you don't have to worry about things. Eating out, you put that in here. Okay, go down to transportation. This is for your automobiles. Insurance for your cars. You put your insurance here. You put your car payment here. If you have a car payment, we don't, so we don't put that in here. How much gas you spend, your maintenance on your vehicles. This is just make a little savings account, and you just keep putting this in here for your repairs for your cars. Your vehicle registration, this would also go into a savings account. We'll talk about that some other time later. And this is for your stickers for your car, for your license plates and all that stuff. Then we go down here. Personal care. Personal care, like a salon for hair. My wife. I cut my own hair, so if it would, if significant other male goes to a barber, that would go here. Adult clothing, me and my wife, we budget this much. We don't buy clothing every month. We don't buy clothing every 2 months. We don't always go out and buy clothes. Same thing with children. If you have children, put their budget in here. Gym membership for going out to work out at a gym. School tuition and lunches for your child. You could also put in if you want to have a lunch for work. You could add this in here. I didn't think about that until now. Any gifts like baby showers, birthday, farewells, put a little budget in there for that. So you don't have to worry about, we don't have money to, somebody just had a baby. We don't have any money to pay for that. Well, just get them a card. If you have a account like this, a savings account or something, you can just pull that out. Pets, if you have any pets, that goes in here. We used to, so that's why that's in here. Entertainment, that is for when you go on vacations, when you just go out, when I do child daddy nights out together, or family night out together, or me and my wife date night, that all goes into this section here. So it's for transportation, for lodging, theme parks, theater, and theme parks could be anything. Theater, movies, miscellaneous family activities, all that. We have a planned budget. And yes, we have an account, a savings account that this money goes into. Whenever we go out to these type of occasions, we pull that money out of here. It doesn't come out of our checking. It comes out of this savings account that we have saved for here, as well as when we plan long, huge vacations, which we'll get into other tabs for that. Debt, credit cards, student loans, whatever it may be, that goes in here. Rental property expenses. Like if you have, like for us, we have rental properties. So we put, this shouldn't be like this because it shouldn't be every month you're supposed to be putting something in there. So we'll say $500. Correct that. $500. Now this, again, this portion here should really be coming from your business, from your rental property. This should be included in your rent when you get each month. You have to make sure that this is all figured into your rent. Keep them separate. We got a little business account, and we keep all that separate from our personal account. And then here is where it totals everything up. Dollars needed, needing a job, meaning if this is in a negative, somebody's got to go and get a job to cover this amount. So it's showing that we would have like $2,592 per month extra that we could use for more savings, that we could use for bigger trips and stuff like that. I'm sorry, before we go over into the other tabs down here, I meant to say what we did, we added the actuals to get an actual account for these numbers. I'm sorry, before we go into the other tabs, I want to go over this. So in order for us to get our 2024 goal set, we actually pulled up our 2023 goals. Again, all this information is fake. All these targets here are fake. They're not actual. I just put this in here to show you. I mean, well, actually, everything in here is fake. I'm just trying to give you an example of how this works. So we said that in 2023 we made the same amount of income. So that's what we're going to guess that's going to happen here. Actual pay yourself, we tied more, or we tied 2,000. Maybe this year we might not tie 2,000, we might tie 1,000. Maybe we might not contribute pre-tax. Maybe we might not. We decide that the retirement contribution for our IRA, we're going to keep the same. Then we go down to our household. Maybe we think that maybe last year the assessment for taxes was miscalculated by our mortgage company, and this does happen. Trust me, it does happen. And the mortgage company came to us and said, hey, in 2022, we miscalculated your taxes. So we have to charge you an extra so much per month to cover over, or not to cover, but to put back into your escrow for 2024. So your new mortgage payment is going to be $1,800. That can happen. Home association also can happen. These are what we're planning. It should be, but this is what happened in 2023, right? These are the pretending things that happen, which does happen. Maybe our association wanted to redo the roads as well as the landscape. They're going to bump up everybody's association fee up for 2020, or they bumped everybody's association up in 2023 another $550 to cover that. But this year they're not doing it, so we're going to keep it at that, right, to cover the $600. Where are we at here? Our cable. Maybe we did some adjustments to get our cable bill down. Netflix. Maybe we bought some movies and that's why it was 59 cents. The cell phone. Maybe we adjusted our cell phone for a savings and now we think we'll only spend $250. These are all the things that you got to look at and think about. Same thing with the trash removal. Something could have added or subtracted, and now it's going to be higher this year. Where are we? Groceries, eating out. We spent $623 per month, and we want to stick with our $500 budget this year. $632 for eating out. Maybe we want to stick with $300 this year. This is a save again. These are the targets that we want to be at because based off of these actuals from the previous year. Auto insurance 461.75. Maybe we have adjusted for this year to reduce our auto insurance by changing some liabilities and stuff. And now we think we could do it. Our bill will be lower, where all we have to do is save $300 a month. These are what these are. These are just actuals from last year, so you could figure out what your monthly goal will be for this year, for that year. Now let's go over to our goal sheet. Our goal sheet. Again, this is your emergency fund. You want to set up a goal to get to 25,000, which 25,000 should cover all this for 6 months, up to 6 months. So if all these right here, just this portion here, okay, if all this portion here covers, let's say $20,000 up to 6 months, this portion here, this portion here covers $20,000. You would spend $20,000 just for this portion of the pie. This goal savings should be, I always think maybe 10-20% extra just in case for any emergencies on top of this emergency, like if you lose your jobs or whatever. This portion here should be able to cover that. So right now we're dumping money into here, into a savings account, and we're at, let's say, $17,801.17. Again, this is all fake. Sometimes sit up here, wow, they got a lot of money. No, this is fake. All this stuff is fake. And say for instance, like last year we were at 14,000. So between this time and the time we created this 2024 goals, we're at 17,000. Okay, fictitiously. You just want to track it. You want to update this when you start one of these. You want to update this monthly if possible. But you want to make sure that you're dumping money into a savings account for this stuff. For the year, since it's only 6 months for 25,000, a year would be 50,000. Vacations. So say for instance you want to go on vacation for 2024. Here's your goal. Look up how much it's going to be. So say for instance we want to go back to Africa again. And we want to go to Kenya this time we want to go to Kenya instead of Ghana. $20,000. We figure that's how much it might cost for a two-week stay. Oh wow, we currently have 16,000 saved up right now. Say for instance we want to go back to Illinois, Chicago, and we know that hotel and gas, all that stuff is going to cost us $780. Oh wow, we have $500 saved up so far. Say for instance we want to go to Atlanta, so our child Spelman College is going to cost us $1,300 to go out there for hotel, gas, flight, whatever it may be. Oh wow, look, we saved up $1,000. This shows you. This keeps a track. All this stuff keeps you accountable for your money, knowing where your money is being spent. Then the budget info. This budget info should feed into here, into these actuals for 2023. Okay, all these, and each one should be targeted accordingly. And you should be able to go into your bank account and do a query for where query means a lookup. And so all your restaurant spending, all your grocery spending, your mortgage spending, your rental income, your tithing, your trash, all this stuff in here, you should be able to track off of your bank account, or if you're a note taker, off of your notes that you've been taking every time you buy something. And with that, that's the end of it. That's all I have to show you for this tracker for today. So we'll get out of this. So I hope I showed you something. I hope the budget tracker helps you. If you want more information on it, I'm not sure how I could put it out there, but it's really simple to make. I'll try to figure out how I don't know how people do the links where you could download it. I'd have to find that out. Otherwise, you could look on my sheet, create these cells yourself, because that's basically what I did. I paused the video as Our Rich Journey as they were going through theirs, and then I just adjusted it accordingly to what I wanted. There's also a couple other people that have something very similar. I don't know if each person was copying each other's or not, but I think it was a good tracker. I think it helps us stay focused, and I hope it helps you stay focused. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope hope this helps you out. Hope this enlightens you on your financial journey, and look forward to new things that we're going to be posting every Monday for Monday Money Talks. Again, we also have Wednesday Wisdom Talk, and we have Fun Fridays as well as Sunday Scriptures. So keep watching, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Give some comments, spread the word about our channel. Hey, and with that being said, until our next video, see ya.